I'm going to share with you guys tonight some things that have, listen, we hear this all the time where it's like, this is going to change your life, I swear. But this, if you implement what I'm going to teach you tonight, it literally will change your life. And I mean that in the greatest way possible, because I went through the process I'm going to take you guys through. I've actually gone through it on a personal side of things, and I've gone through the business vision side of things as well, both of which totally and completely changed my life, my outlook, how I make decisions, how much money I make, where I spend my money, what I do during my free time, how much free time I actually have. All of these things are determined by your vision. And this is not something that I think was taught. I don't think it's taught hardly at all. And as corny as it sounds, you got to have a vision. There's actually strategy behind it. And so for those of you that don't want just a bunch of pie in the sky fluff, I'm going to show you guys a 4-step process tonight that you can actually implement. I'm going to show you the whole thing tonight. And if you want to take it to the next level, I'll show you how you can do that with our virtual event coming up. But if not, even if you don't, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to get your vision crystal clear so that you can live every aspect of life and business that is really fun and exciting and also makes a lot of money and doesn't force you to, sacrifice everything that you say you care about in the process. The 40-hour work week. Those of you who work 40 hours a week or more, you didn't come up with that, by the way. That is a 100-year-old vision by Mr. Henry Ford. Let's start by just admitting that 40 hours a work week is not my vision. So you got to come up with your own. Don't default to Henry Ford's vision. Don't default to your parents' vision of what they said they wanted for you. It doesn't work, right? Figure out your own. So that's what we're here to talk about. Kim mentioned this before. 85% of people in the workforce today hate what they do for a living. It's ridiculous. That includes business owners, by the way. Look at this one. 93% of New Year's resolutions fail by January 31st. Why do you think that is? Because please write this down if you're taking any kind of notes whatsoever. This is really important. Goal setting by itself does not work. It doesn't work. Everybody teaches these goal setting seminars. It doesn't work. And then you got other people over here going, well, you just need to know your why. Just understand your why, and then you'll get, well, there's some truth to that. But outlying all of that is the vision. What is the vision for what you want your life to look like? And when that is crystal clear, you will make it happen. When you've got a big enough reason, you want it bad enough, the vision's crystal clear, you'll figure out how to make $1 million in 25 hours a week. You will. I've seen it happen time and time and time again. But if you say my goal is just to make $1 million and you don't have any time frame to it, then you'll figure out how to make $1 million, perhaps, and it'll cost you 80 hours a week. And you may or may not hit the $1 million, by the way, because a lot of people shoot for that. They may or may not hit it. And so you've now sacrificed all of life in the process of trying to make $1 million in your real estate business, and it didn't even work. And now you got nothing to show for it. That's worst case scenario. Best case scenario is you actually make the $1 million, and now you've created this lifestyle business that requires you to go in every single day, 80 hours a week, or I should say not a lifestyle business, a business that requires you to be there 80 hours a week because that's how you built it. And now you can't get away from it because you don't want to make any less than $1 million. So you can't work any less than 80 hours a week. I see this all the time. That's also me waking up and realizing I hate my business. I'm stuck at the office. I'm babysitting 17 employees. I'm doing accounting all day long. The whole reason I got into business for the first place. And by the way, you need to know why you're in business. What is it about the business that you really love? What would get you really fired up? For me, it was all about helping other people. And that's why I got into pre-foreclosure years ago, because I could help somebody who was going through a really tough time of their life. I could help them out of their bad situation. I could negotiate their debt with the bank. I could come out looking like the hero, and I could make a big, boatload of money while I was doing it. But I had done what Chris told me to do, which is outsource all of it, and now I'm miserable. So just because somebody else's vision for their business works does not mean it should be yours. So nowadays, please write this down. Before you implement every single thing someone teaches you to do, find out, does their life look like what you want your life to look like? So Ikigai is basically, it's an old ancient proverb that means a reason for being. So it basically says, if you want to have an awesome business, you need to combine 4 things. You need to combine what you love with what the world needs, with what you can be paid for, with what you're good at. And if you can combine those 4 things, then you have what's called Ikigai. Now, if you're missing any one of those components, you are outside of Ikigai. So you're missing a profitable business. You may have a profitable business, I should say, but you may hate it, right? Which is not long-term. That doesn't really work. So we have to figure this stuff out. We have to figure out vision before we get to the goal setting. Goal setting alone does not work. because you'll sacrifice other things that you claim are important in the pursuit of that goal. So my goal for you today is to get you to understand this process so that you can at least start it, even if there are 4 stages to pulling this off. Okay. Please write these down, write them down, get a pen out, something, write them down. Stage number 1 is called Dare to Dream. And this sounds simple. This is where you build the vision. You just dream, get yourself to dream just for a minute. Stage number 2, know thyself. So what does that mean? So you better know yourself well enough to know, where do you fit in business? Where do you not fit in business? Where are you not only going to be fulfilled, but what are your skill sets that are going to pay you the most money in your business? You've just dreamed of the perfect role for yourself, and then you've put yourself in the right role. That's when you feel like you're not working anymore. Stage 3 is then where we take a really hard, good look at where we are right now in life and business. And we say, am I really close to what I created in stage 1 over here when I was daring to dream, or am I light years away from it? And most of you, we'll see how we are with this. Some of you just need to make some tweaks. Many of you need a major overhaul to get from where you are right now to where you would ultimately dream if you could have anything you wanted. Stage 4 is where we bridge the gap. We may say, all right, now how are we going to actually put the plan together? And what are we going to do to get from where we are right now, this position I don't want to be in, to this ultimate dream life and dream business to where I'd really want to be? That's how we really strategize. Now, by the way, now and only now is when we set goals. We come up with the game plan. We might need to interview some other people who've already gone there and done that path before us so that we know how to do it. Well, some of you are trying to do rehabs and short sales and lease options and pick up rental properties and buy and sell notes. Those are 5 different businesses. They have 5 different marketing strategies. They have 5 different customer services. 5 different salespeople need to answer those calls differently. And some of you are trying to master those 5 strategies, or 5 different ones, all at once. It is not the real estate business. They are all completely different businesses. All of a sudden, this process hit me, and it's what we've been teaching ever since. It's called the burn it down process. Please write that down. Burn it down. Burn it down. Here's what I mean. I said, Larry, here's what I want you to do. I keep asking you to give up something, and you keep saying I can't. And you're saying I can't because he doesn't want, to let go an employee, for example, who's running this side of the business. He doesn't want to have it affect Candace in any way negatively. He doesn't want, like, his wife runs the hard money lending business, and he doesn't want it to affect his wife, and he certainly doesn't want to affect his paycheck. And so he's having a hard time making a decision. Now, what he's doing is he's being the Imagineer and the engineer at the same time. Man, I kind of want to do some stuff, but I don't know how I'm going to do it without upsetting Candace. I don't know how I'm going to do it without upsetting my wife, and so forth. He's trying to be 2 jobs at once, the Imagineer and the engineer, and it doesn't work. I want you, in your mind, burn it all down. Now, obviously, you're not going to burn it down physically, but just in your mind, everything's burned to the ground. You have no business. All these 15 businesses are gone. Everything is burned to the ground, and I want you to pretend for a second that all the money is taken care of. But you're not maybe wealthy beyond your wildest imaginations, but all your bills are taken care of and you're just fine. And you're going to be just fine for a long time. And I have to put in that caveat because I don't want you making decisions based on what you need to do to make money right away. I want to know, what would you do if you could do anything?